I've got a question for you. What would your life be like if energy was free? Well, today I'm going to try to provide some answers because there's an experimental technology out there that produces electricity that's cheap, clean, and powered by seawater. That technology is the nuclear fusion reactor, and it might just solve all of our problems, including climate change. You see, because of how cheap and clean fusion energy is, it would offer a direct replacement to many of the climate harming fossil fuels that we still rely on for our electricity. Considering how much electricity generation harms the climate, getting it all to be cheap and clean would make a huge, huge difference in the fight against climate change. Another really cool thing that fusion power could do is turn the oceans drinkable. Because the oceans make up over 70% of the Earth's surface, but we can't really use them for drinking water because they're filled with salt. And while we have the technology now to take the salt out of the water, the issue is that that technology is so expensive it's not really worth it for most countries. But if you add in cheap fusion power, you could totally a desalination plant that's powered by a fusion reactor, taking the salt out of a ton of ocean water every day to solve cool things like droughts and water insecurity. And the third and final civilizational issue that nuclear fusion could solve is poverty. Now, this one might be a little bit more optimistic than the other two. However, I do believe that fusion power would be one of the greatest things humanity could do to tackle poverty. Now, while mass fusion power wouldn't end poverty, because I don't think anything can fully end poverty, what it would do is it would raise the bar on poverty. It would help eliminate electricity shortages as a problem. And even poor countries could supply their citizens more reliably with clean electricity. In addition, that clean and cheap electricity could power industrialization, which we know to be one of the best ways to lift people out of poverty. So again, while I don't expect poverty to go away because of this technology, I think it'll get a lot better. That is why I'm excited about the future, and you should be too. Because this technology, while still experimental and not yet fully functional, could prove to be perhaps the greatest thing humanity invents this century. Could completely reshape society for the better and make life easier for all of us.